What's up, everybody? It's Maisha Edmond, licensed cosmetologist in the state of New York. I'm also a certified trichologist. Super excited to be here. A little bit of housekeeping. I am live and in person on Instagram, trichology_911. I am also live here on Facebook, Trichology 911 on Facebook, my regular page, Maisha Edmond, and I am live on YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Super excited to be here with you. Good morning, everybody that's joining me. Listen, today we are talking about 5 mistakes that we make as trichologists that cost us thousands of dollars. And so if you want to know what that is, we're going to be going over the anatomy of the free consultation for trichologists, the anatomy of the free consultation. So tag a neighbor, tag a friend, and let them know that we are going over the thing that you have been dodging. Now, first of all, what is a consultation? That consultation is literally, especially the free consultation. Let me just say that the free consultation is going to be that thing that literally opens the door for you to get new clients. It is a lead generator. At first, I used to look at free consultation as like this kind of thing that allows the client to audition me or interview me, right? And then I started looking at it as where I'm interviewing the client, right? But then what I realized was that it was a lead generation. So for a little bit, I was doing it for free. And then I said, well, I'm giving all this information and I'm helping and I'm doing this and that. And so I kind of was like, well, maybe I should charge for it. But what I didn't understand was the importance of the free consultation. And so I'm going to share it from my viewpoint, the anatomy of the free consultation. But first, I want you to ask yourself this question. What's going on, wig doctor? Want you to ask yourself this question. Are free consultations necessary in your practice? Are free consultations necessary in your practice? Because as a trichologist, we're leaving a lot of money on the table. Now, I'm going to tell you what I answered, and you can answer whatever you need to answer, and then we'll go from there. Hey, lady. Okay, so I answered, if you use them correctly, they are great lead generators, right? Also, they can be lead conversion tools, because it brings the client off of social media and into your world, or causing them to be a paid client. So if you are a trichologist that is specializing in cranial prosthetic, right? Yes, 15, that's it. It's just a 15-minute free consultation, not anything longer. If you're doing cranial prosthetics, then doing a free 15-minute consultation would definitely get them off of social media and kicking tires and into your space where you're able to really help them. But even in the free 15-minute consultation, you want to be able to still provide value. So 5 mistakes we make as a trichologist in this consultation space, and they actually are going to cost us thousands of dollars. So let me get to it. Number one thing that we don't do as trichologists, we don't properly collect the information that leads clients to our database. So what does that mean? You are not taking their information. You're not putting something in place like an opt-in page where the client has to fill out a form. They have to give you their email. They have to give you their phone number. They have to give you certain information so that you can keep in contact with them. So why does that cost you thousands of dollars? Because if you're just like, hey, whoever won a consultation, just, give me a call or text me or jump in my inbox, you don't have the pertinent information, so that if you do replay your conversation with this client or look at your notes, you're not really able to get a hold of them and disseminate the information that you want to give them based on the conversation that you've had. Right? So that is really, really big. So what we don't do, number one, is we don't collect the information that adds our clients or the potential client to our database. Number two, we don't move potential clients away from social media. I remember when I first started Trichology, I just wanted to prove that I knew what I was doing and that I helped. And I wanted people to trust me. So it was just kind of like, I'm doing my live. Somebody asked me about something. They put the question down there, or back in those days, I won't say back in those days, but like 2-3 years ago, people on Facebook could request to come on live with you, and then you add them in, and they would just completely take over my live. And they would, be asking, oh, and my mother got hair loss and my grandmother, and you try to tell them an answer, and you're like, based on my professional opinion, this is what's going on. They say, it's not that, because I remember when my cousin made this special oil and and it would just go haywire. It was absolutely crazy. And I was not able to get to where I needed to go. And so I had a lot of those interactions, both like on live and in inboxes and DMs and stuff, because I was not moving the potential client away from social media, where they dominated their space, into my space where I had more control, and I was able to control the pace so that I can get the information to them that they needed, but that I could hear them clearly, because social media is a loud street. Social media is a loud street. And if you do everything on social media and you never invite the person into your home, so to speak, you're not going to be able to help them the way they need to be helped. And so because it's a loud, fast-paced street, you want to move them from social media. Another thing that costs us thousands of dollars as trichologists, as it pertains to our free consultation, our free 15-minute consultation, is we don't ask specific questions that will paint the picture of the issue. What am I saying? We will do a consultation for free, right? And we will literally let the client talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. 45 minutes later, in your 15-minute consultation, you sitting there listening to stories and scenarios and what they use and how many medications they were on. Hey, how many medications they were on, and how they did this and this didn't work, and they went to this stylist, and what mama used to do when they was 8, and how their hair was just down their back, and they was a cheerleader back in 62. And you're literally like, this was a 15-minute consultation. When you don't ask specific questions and you don't sculpture. Okay, so listen to this. When you ask specific questions, you're reverse engineering, right? Which means that I want to get the client to this particular place. So I'm going to ask questions. Good morning, Danisha. I'm going to ask questions that bring them to where I want them to be. That's what your questions do. So when you're creating your questions for your consultation, right, you are literally you're leading the client to exactly where you want to be. That is why if you got your pen and your paper, right? Absolutely, they don't. If you have your pen and your paper, this is what I do. I'll ask them simple stuff first, right? And all of my questions are required. I only ask 5 questions. How old are you, right? I'm going to ask, some trichology. I'm going to ask how old they are, right? I'm going to ask them, in no particular order, how many hair loss professionals have they been to, right? I'm going to ask them, what is one thing you would like for me to know about your hair loss, right? But I'm asking specific things. When did you first notice your hair loss? because I know that if I know how old they are, there are certain types of hair loss that and scalp issues and different things like that that I can rule out because of age. If I know how many clients, how many professionals they've been to, right? Then I will understand if they are almost coachable. Can I help this client? Or is it like, after 2 weeks, honey, and my hair ain't grow yet? And, because if you didn't lose your hair overnight, you're not going to grow it overnight, right? So if we're consistently, going over this thing where, that didn't work and they lied and I was there for 2 weeks and my birthday was coming up and I still ain't got a head full of hair, but I look at your old pictures and you never had a head full of hair, then it makes your request as a client, it makes it unrealistic. So how many clients have you been to? If I could ask a client, what is one thing you want me to know about your hair loss? You will be amazed at how much stuff they share with you with that. Why? Because people like to be heard. So they're going to tell you, I remember, child, I first found out I had hair loss and I've been married for 10 years and my husband's never seen my scalp. And I have a medicine cabinet full of shampoos and supplements and tools and this and that. And I've tried everything, because you can see where you can get a real good picture of where the client is. And one of the last things that I ask on my free 15-minute consultation is, if I had a solution for you, would you take it? Because on the free 15-minute consultation, we talk about the anatomy of the free consultation. At the culmination of the consultation, come on, bars, right? When you're done, okay, so this is what happens. You're reading the answers to them. You're saying, okay, so you said you're 39 years old. Yes. Okay. Well, how many children do you have? You're going to add little different stuff, right? You're going to say, give me a snapshot of your meals from breakfast to dinner. And they're going to say, well, I do da-da-da-da, and I do this, and now I eat this. Okay, when did you start eating like that? Oh, I started last week. Okay, so tell me, how were you eating about 6 to 18 weeks ago? Why? Because I know that 6 to 18 weeks ago, they started shedding hair, or something really big happened 6 to 18 weeks ago. And that's why we're seeing telogen effluvium now. So I'm always sculpting my questions so that I'm able to get the answer or get the client to where I need them to be. With Dr. Says, I find that they come to us after they've been to 6 other places. Absolutely. And then they don't trust you and then they're out of money. Absolutely. So that's why it's really good to have your specific questions, because if I know that you've been to 6 places over the course of 20 years, I'm more apt to help you than if you've been to 6 places in 2 months. Right. And then it's like, oh, I don't have money. I don't have this. I don't have that. So absolutely. Right. So when you're looking at the whole anatomy of the consultation, you're asking the clients specific questions to get them to where you need to be after they've painted that picture of where they've been, right? The next thing that costs us thousands of dollars as trichologists, and we leave this money on the table, is that we don't listen to the client tell us the problem. We don't listen because we're so excited that somebody's come in, right? That we're like, well, I got this and I got that and I can help you and that's easy and yeah, blah, 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 blah. And you're on the phone. If you look at your free 15-minute consultation as a lead conversion, you're literally able to speak to the client, hear what they're saying, and if they say, well, because I'm on a lot of medications and I got this and I got that, you stop them. Okay, well, this is the free 15-minute consultation. I'm going to give you everything that I can that you can use for free without my help. Provide that kind of value. I want to give you everything that you can do for free based on what we're talking about without you buying anything. But if you want to talk about your medications and you want me to look at your blood work and possibly get a body analysis, then that's going to lead you to the full consultation, where you either could come into my office, or if you are far away, I can do a full virtual. So everything leads to something, right? And number 5, the things that we don't do. One of the things that we don't do is we don't have our solutions lined up. And we don't have a follow-up system in place in advance. So that means that when I set up my questions, I look at the questions, I look at the answers given me. Once they give me those answers, I study the answers that they've given me on the form. And I use, number 1, I use an autoresponder tag, right? Which tags the clients and puts them in an email sequence that allows me to help them through email and nurture them. And I know you're like, girl, what you just said, let me help you. In my form, right? And I'm gonna tell you everything I use because we need to do this. So I use Acuity. Acuity integrates with ConvertKit. I hope you're writing this down. Acuity integrates with ConvertKit. And you're able to create tags in ConvertKit that if the client clicks on the form in Acuity, right? You say like, have a yes or no question. If I can give you a solution, would you take it? Yes. At the bottom, would you like to be a part or would you like to stay connected for more solutions? Yes. If they click yes, it automatically, this is how you set it up. It automatically adds them to a tag in ConvertKit. Whatever you've attached to that tag in ConvertKit, whatever email sequence, when the person clicks on it, they start to get emails. The email may say, thank you for trusting me with 15 minutes of your life. Hair loss, blase, blase, blah. Here are 7 things you can do to keep healthy hair that anybody can use. Blah, blah, blah. It'll be general but helpful information. So drink half your body weight in water every single day, right? Information on androgenetic alopecia, information on changing your pillowcase, information on wash day, blase blah, right? Because what happens is we talk to the client on the phone, we talk to them via text, we talk to them on the street, and we don't have a follow-up set up. Also, when we look at the forms, if we have the forms, we don't have our solutions lined up. There's nobody I'm calling. Once they fill out the form online and they book their free 15-minute consultation and I study what they've said, I've already put together like where I think this is going. I'm 40 years old. It's case studies all over again. I'm 40 years old. My youngest child is 16 months. I'm not getting any sleep. I'm not eating the way I should because this baby got me up. I'm working, blah, blah, blah. I'm already on telogen effluvium. I'm already on possible chronic postpartum because I'm like, okay, the baby's 16 months. All right. Not eating enough, not getting enough sleep, sleep deprivation, stress, nutritional deficiencies. Okay, that in my head is already telogen effluvium. How can I help this client? So I already have my solutions. I'm already looking at what they're eating. I'm already looking at their stress level. I'm already looking at what are they doing? So now if I ask, are you taking any supplements? Oh yeah, they said, because it's always they said for me to take biotin. Then I'm gonna come back around because biotin does not grow hair. It's like a scaffolding to a building. It supports the hair growth. So I know that I need to invite you into my space and you need to come in for a full consultation, or I need to somehow get your blood work. because I need to see where you are deficient. And if I can see where you are deficient, possibly in folate, possibly in iron, possibly in vitamin C, all those different things, then I'm able to literally come up with a plan, a treatment plan custom for that client to get them back on track. Because I understand that hair growth is the healthy side effect. So if I can get them to balance out their life, and if I can get them not to be stressed out and to get some sleep and to eat some decent food, then I understand that they're going to grow their hair back, if that's the only issue, or if that's the major underlying issue, right? So the things that we don't do that cost us thousands of dollars in the free 15-minute consultation as trichologists, we don't collect the information that adds clients to our database. We don't move potential clients away from social media. We're not asking specific questions that are going to paint the picture that we need. We are not listening to the client to tell us the problem as opposed to telling them what they got going on. And we don't have our solutions already lined up. So the question that I asked in the beginning, I'm going to ask you again. Are free consultations necessary? I'm going to give you my answer. Yes, if you use them correctly, they are lead generators. And they also can be lead conversion, which means that after you have experienced me online, I can convert you into a paying client or somebody that's going to take my help because I've given you the information. I've spoken to you. I've listened to you. So I want you to revamp your free consultations. I want you to revamp your free consultations. Let me see. Hopefully you guys can still see me on Facebook. I'm going to read my exact questions from my intake form for the free 15-minute consultation. And let's see. Okay, let's look at it right here. All right, so number one, how old are you? Right? Number one, how old are you? Number two, how long have you been experiencing hair loss? Number three, have you been to any hair loss professionals and how many? Number four, what is the most important thing you would like me to know about your hair loss? And number five, if there is a solution for your hair loss, would you like to receive information about it? And then I have a little thing at the bottom that says, do you want to join our mailing list for hair restoration information? And that's just a yes or no. And that particular yes or no is connected to my Convert Kit, which adds them to a tag for hair loss consultation, where I'm able to stay in contact with the client. If this helped you, then you know what I'm saying, I'm glad about it. I hope that you use it. What does this lead to? Well, I have a 5-day Trichology business setup challenge. So if you have not properly set up your Trichology business yet, the link is live in the bio. 5-day challenge. It starts on Monday, so you ain't even got no time. It used to be 21 days and you did it yourself, but I figure people really need to kind of get this going, because do you have 21 days to go through and try to figure it out? No. So it's a 5-day challenge. It's only $97. If you want to be VIP and you get that extra training, you know how I get that little extra razzle dazzle, is $297. And you get the private Zoom. It is a private Facebook group. You get your downloads, blah, blah. We doing all the things, right? So that starts on Monday, from Monday to Friday next week. The next thing I have coming up is the Trichology Money Mastermind. So if you are looking to scale your Trichology business and you don't want to be sitting here just, saving the world and helping everybody and not pricing the way that you need to, not getting the money that you need to, not creating the different offers that you need to, then you want to join me for the Trichology Money Mastermind. I'm literally going to show you in 7 steps, a proven system, how you are going to literally explode on the trichology scene as it relates to your money, right? The next thing that's coming up, I'm so excited about this, is case studies summer and fall session. Remember, I was doing case studies and I was doing it a lot. I stopped a little bit because I kind of was like, I don't know, but it's absolutely necessary. So if you're someone that's like, I don't know what I'm looking at, the examples they gave me in school are not happening, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what to say, I don't know how to come up with a treatment plan, I don't know how to come up with my own protocols. I don't know how to come up with my own protocols and all that other stuff, then you need to be in case studies. And that's going to be absolutely amazing. That link is live also in my link tree. And then finally, the mentorship program. Mentorship is going to be absolutely crazy. It is 12 intense weeks and then a year. From there, the whole thing is a complete year, but it's 12 full weeks of that instruction, right? And then we have coaching calls every month, and we also are going to have an amazing, relaxing, but trichologically, like a trichology business retreat. It is going to be absolutely beautiful. I was talking to a team member, and she was helping me to get the place set up, and there's the spa and the golf and I don't play golf, but child, I might as well look like it. You know what I'm saying? So that is also opening up, and so I'm excited about that. So 5-day challenge starts on Monday. Trichology Money Mastermind also starts on Monday. That's in the evening. And then you have your case studies summer and fall session. So I hope I helped you. 5 mistakes we make as trichologists in the free consultation that's going to cost us thousands of dollars. And if you want to stop giving away your money, you'll go ahead and do the things that I said. All right. Have a great day today. Happy hair growing.